So it's fall time right now in Montana. I'm filming this in mid-October. This is my garden, as you can see, pretty dead. I do actually have some garlic planted here. We had a frost a couple weeks ago, a couple hard frosts, and it pretty much killed everything in my garden. So I have strawberries here, a bean plant that my son started at school that like way overtook my garden, and I will not be doing that again. As you can see, it's like all down the side and then it goes underneath the back there. And two pepper plants, two eggplant plants, which I will not be doing again next year. I'll get to that. I had several different kinds of lettuce and then kale planted here. I had radishes and carrots planted here. Sorry, camera. And so the reason why I'm not doing the eggplants again, I planted them, I think, a little bit too late in the season to start with. So this little guy over here didn't produce anything. It started to fruit and produce one little eggplant here, and then died before it could grow. This guy actually produced two pretty decent sized eggplants. I'll post a picture of them here. Decent for, I don't know, growing them in Montana. And me not knowing how to garden. Very limited knowledge anyways. So I'm not going to do those because they took up so much space in my garden. This is a 3-foot by 5-foot garden box, but you don't need this. You don't have to start with this where I started, which is in buckets. So my radishes, I learned a ton this year, and I'll share this stuff with you guys just so maybe you can not make the same mistakes that I did. My radishes, I planted too close together, and I like started out and I just made a trench in the dirt and I just sprinkled them all in there, and they grew, but all of the sprouts kind of came up together and they didn't allow the radish bulbs underneath to grow out and produce like they should have. So I got a lot of really big green tops, but they were planted too close together. I should have culled them and pulled out some of them, thinned them out is what it's called. I didn't do that, and so they didn't grow super well. I did the same thing with my carrots. The carrots actually are pretty tough, so they grew fairly well actually. I got small carrots, but a bunch of edible carrots. I got some decent sized ones, and I pulled all those anyways and trimmed them, harvested everything a couple weeks ago. I will do those again next year, but I'm just going to plant them further apart. And the garlic is a winter plant, so you can't see them, but I have garlic bulbs planted all through here, all through here, all over here in my dead space. Springtime, those will actually be harvestable. You're supposed to put some mulch on top. I put a couple extra layers of this like mulch dirt mix here. I should get some hay and insulate it just so that they don't freeze too hard during the winter time, because it gets pretty harsh winters here in Montana. I will be doing pepper plants again. I'm going to do some marigolds next year. I had a lot of really bad bug problems and they ate a lot of the leaves. The strawberries were really robust. They grew really well, and the strawberries are one thing that will come back the next year. You won't have to replant them. So I'm going to leave those for now